Hello there, Ian here, and I hope this is catching you happy, healthy and strong. An idea occurred to me on the way to school this morning, and I thought I would share it with you, and I hope this helps you on your journey. We help entrepreneurs and executives scale their businesses into the future, but also an important part of that journey is achieving our own personal goals. That's a big part of our life too, and I hope this idea helps you with both of those endeavours. So what was the idea and why did it occur to me on the way to school? Well, to begin with, here's the core idea. Some research was done a while ago, and I can't tell you who conducted this research, but I don't make things up. So it was a bona fide piece of research. And the researchers were looking at character traits and how they relate to success. And the character traits were three main types: givers, takers and matchers. And so who are they? So givers are those who give. They give freely of their time, energy and resources. Takers, on the other hand, are the exact opposite of those. They are out for what's in it for them, and maybe with little regard for anybody else's well-being apart from themselves. Matchers have like an internal ledger in their mind. If you buy me a cup of coffee and I'm a matcher, in my head there's a ledger entry that I owe you a cup of coffee sometime in the future. So they were the main character traits. So who was the least and most successful of the three? Well, let me just pause there. Who do you think would be the most and least successful of the three? To begin with, the least successful of the three were givers. Surprisingly, but they were the least successful. If that's the case, then who was the most successful? Well, what the researchers found were givers were also the most successful. The difference was in the type of giving that was occurring. At the bottom end of the scale, the least successful were givers who gave without regard for themselves. They gave so much that in the end they were also disadvantaged and unsuccessful. At the top end, the most successful were people that gave freely but also looked after themselves. They were very abundant with their mindset, but they also took time to make sure that they were okay too. Now, why did that occur to me on the way to school this morning while I was driving? Well, I would consider myself fairly accommodating when it comes to letting people into my lane when I'm driving. If people are waiting to come in from a side road or people want to merge in from the side, I generally would say that I'm pretty accommodating with letting people in. But if I was one of the givers that are least successful, I would give way to everybody. In any circumstance, if I saw someone coming towards a junction, I would slow down to let them in. Chances are I would never get anywhere on time. I would always be giving way to other people. In those circumstances, in our daily routines, I'd let myself down because I'd be late for my meetings, I'd be late for work, I'd be late for important appointments. I also wouldn't be able to add value to the people that I was meeting. So I'd be in a loss net situation if that was the case. On the other hand, same circumstances, I would give way to the people that I could, but I also made sure that I got to where I was going on time. We are reminded when we get into aeroplanes Two, if the oxygen mask falls down, if the cabin depressurizes and oxygen masks fall down, we are reminded to put our own mask on before attending to those under our care. The point being that if we're not okay and we suffer some injury, we're both going to suffer. So I hope that gave you something to think about. What should you give? Absolutely, it's a vital part of being human. It's in our nature to give and support those around us. But also, don't forget to take care of yourself. I have children, I know parents with young children. In those early years, it is a tiring time. But if anybody asks me, okay, so what should I do as a young parent? My advice is, okay, well, you've got to love your children and do whatever you can for them, but don't forget to take those moments for yourself and replenish your own energy, because if your energy gets depleted too, the people under your care can also suffer or be disadvantaged in some way. I really hope that helps you on your journey. Take care, and I look forward to sharing with you again soon.